Yeah.
I know you want to save the world, but you're not ready yet. You're the Spider-Man.
No, I'm not. This is just a costume. This is for the ceiling.
Stay close to the ground and stay out of trouble. Forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
I'm sick of him treating me like a kid all the time.
But you are a kid.
This is my chance to prove myself. Gary, what is going on with you?
I'm really sorry.
I'm so busy. I'm slammed.
Don't mess with me, because I will kill you and everybody you love.
Alright, Spider-Man Homecoming. This also came out in 2017. The second one of 3 Marvel films, because they're feeling very ambitious. This one was not solely made by Marvel, because Spider-Man was still owned by Sony. Sony. So they collaborated with Marvel Studios to have Spider-Man have his own film in the MCU. So to give some context with Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. He's one of the people that I read from Marvel. It was him, X-Men and Fantastic Four. One of my favorite comic book characters. When it came to the movies, I enjoyed the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. Spider-Man 2, I liked. It wasn't as good as the first film to me, but I still thought it was a solid sequel. Spider-Man 3, no, I don't like it. It was just so all over the place. It was a mess. They rushed Venom, too many villains.
I like the Spider-Man trilogy. I like 1 and 3. 2's just fine.
And we get to the Amazing Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield in 2007.
That one was good.
Yeah, I thought the first one was okay. Didn't love it. Didn't think much about it. Just felt they were trying to be a little too dark and grounded with Spider-Man, but he wasn't really like that. Trying to put a square knob in a circle hole, it just didn't work for me. And then we get to Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was just, oh my
Sucks
god.
ass.
Yeah, it's not good. It's just even bigger of a mess than Spider-Man 3. The villains were ridiculous. The story was all over the place. The tone was inconsistent. It didn't know if it wanted to be lighthearted or dark or both. Just a lot of things didn't work. Rushing to make a Spider-Man universe with that movie, just So at that point, I feel like we were kind of played out with Spider-Man. It's like, at this point, we just wanted him to come back to the MCU, which we thought will never happen because Sony is such some stingy studio. They will never let Spider-Man come back to the MCU. But little did we know that they found a way. He made his first appearance in Civil War, and we look back in our Civil War review, he was one of the best parts of the film, and we were excited to see what he would do in his spin-off movie. And I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed Spider-Man Homecoming. It is probably my second favorite Spider-Man film because I still love the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie quite a bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't know what Marvel was going to do with Spider-Man, but I figured they got the character right in Civil War, so I expected a good movie. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. Captain Eagle, what did you think about Spider-Man Homecoming?
I liked it. I've always been a big Spider-Man fan growing up. He was like the one. He was like really the superhero that got me into being interested in, comic book movies and stuff. It's weird because this is a really good movie. However, I am feeling a bit of Spider-Man fatigue at this point. From there just being so many different adaptations and movies.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels... I just feel a little drained of Spider-Man right now. I don't know. It might also have to do with the fact that I don't think the pacing of this movie is that great. It's very slow, and it's kind of dragged out.
Interesting.
But I still like it. It's still good. It has good stuff in it.
Okay. Crimson, what did you think about Spider-Man Homecoming?
So I'm kind of in the same boat. Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Oh wow, I thought you guys were going to rip my head off. But I liked Amazing Spider-Man 1. I thought Andrew Garfield did a good job. But I think Tom Holland's even better. So I'm not really fatigued with Spider-Man because he was better.
Yeah.
So, and he's just fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
he's sort of the right age. He's closer to the right age that Peter's supposed to be. He's a better actor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's funny. He has Peter Parker's wit, and he's smart.
Yeah.
He's really smart. I wish they would have done more with Vulture.
What?
I wanted more. I mean, he was only in the suit for what, like 10 minutes?
No, this wasn't that.
No. I mean, like actually fighting for like 10 minutes altogether.
I didn't need a full-on. Well.
Yeah, I needed one.
Okay.
I needed one. Tony didn't need to be in it.
Yeah, we'll get to Tony.
I'm sorry. Tony Stark took over. I'll talk about it when we
Yeah,
get
we'll
to
talk
Tony.
about it.
But overall, I thought it was a good movie. I mean, after I saw it like the second time, I was like, okay, I don't need to see it again. Of course, I saw it again because I always see movies 3 times for some reason. But the first 2 times I saw it, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
All right, Dr. Nick, what did you think about Spider-Man Homecoming?
Now, I am a simple man.
I'm a simple man.
I'm just a simple Southern lord.
Simple man.
No, but Spider-Man is honestly my favorite. One of my favorites. I mean, honestly, second favorite comic book character. Literally, his comic book. One of his comic books was one of the first comics I ever read. Unfortunately, it was during the Clone Saga.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, unfortunately, but then once I actually got good Spider-Man comics, he became one of my favorites. And when the Sam Raimi trilogy came out, of course I ate it up like it was ice cream, which Tom Holland did too. Which is nice because
Tom Holland is like eye candy.
besides that, Tom Holland was around our age when those came out, so he experienced it too, growing up as well. And those movies are fantastic. It's just a great superhero movie, even 10 years after it came out.
No.
It does have its flaws because
Yeah.
it was a 2000s superhero movie.
2002.
Yeah.
I was just teasing you.
2002 superhero movie, but it still is pretty good, despite some flaws. Spider-Man 2 is fantastic. That is pretty good.
Okay.
Alfred Molina is still a pretty good villain.
Yeah, I liked Alfred
He's
Molina.
fantastic. Spider-Man 3, now I'm not in the minority of saying it's utter garbage. We'll get to other garbage Spider-Man movies, but
Yeah.
compared to the other 2 movies, it is a down step. But if someone said, hey, you want to see Spider-Man 3? I'd be like, okay. Wouldn't say like, no. Now, I made the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Amazing Spider-Man 1 is kind of meh to me. It to me it is a little bit forgettable because it tries to be serious and tries to act like a Nolan movie, which with Spider-Man it's not. You're not really gonna work. With Batman, it could work, but with Spider-Man, he is a very outlandish character.
Yeah.
It's not really gonna work, and I honestly see it more forgettable than compared to its sequel, Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Oh gosh.
which is just an experience that you have to enjoy. You have to just watch Spider-Man.
Are you being
Amazing Spider-Man
sarcastic?
2. Oh, okay. Go watch Amazing Spider-Man 2, because
No, don't listen. It's a trap.
no, watch
That's a trap!
It's so bad. It's so bad at how to be a Spider-Man movie. You have to just watch it and see how much they tried to put their eggs in one basket for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said this before during the Civil War review, but now the only good thing that Amazing Spider-Man 2 did was his costume, because his costume in that movie is actually was the most comic book accurate of comparing that Spider-Man with how he looked.
Mm-hmm.
But then Civil War came out, and while it did take some liberties
Mm-hmm.
with his suit, it is pretty accurate to how it is, especially with his lenses, which was a new thing that this MCU Spider-Man added. And now we're at Homecoming, and I just loved it. It honestly is I think it is my second favorite Spider-Man movie, and second favorite. No, actually, say third favorite MCU movie.
Third favorite.
Third
Okay.
favorite compared to then above Winter Soldier, and then number one being a movie we'll get to soon.
Oh yeah.
We'll
I think
get
I
to-
know
we'll
what
get
you're
to
talking
soon.
about.
I knows exactly what I'm talking
Oh
about.
yes.
But I love this movie. I just loved it.
All right. So we already talked a little bit about it already, but yeah, just Tom Holland as Peter Parker. He's the definitive Peter Parker to me.
Yes.
And I think everybody else. He just encapsulates the character so much more than Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, in my opinion. Tobey Maguire, I felt, harnessed more of the classic Peter Parker more than Spider-Man, and then Andrew Garfield, I felt, harnessed more of the Spider-Man, but not so much of the Peter Parker. Tom Holland was able to find the perfect balance between a good Peter Parker and a good Spider-Man. So that was really well done. The suit, of course, we said the suit looks great. It's the best design I've seen from him. That's just out of the comic page. Yeah, they did some enhancements with the lenses and the web shooters and stuff like that. But just overall, that's when I see him on screen, I'm like, yep, that is definitely Spider-Man. Aunt May once again was really good. Had more to do in this movie, which we figured. Like the whole relationship with her and Peter. It's definitely a different dynamic than we see from the other films, since Aunt May is younger than the other interpretations. So you have more of a different way of looking at how their relationship goes. I thought it was nice. I thought it was kind of silly though that a bunch of guys keep hitting on Aunt May. I'm just like, okay, yeah, we know she's
hot.
Yeah, she's hot. And we have Peter's best friend Ned. I actually really liked Ned. I thought he was going to be really annoying, but
he was.
I liked Ned.
Yeah, I liked
Ned was
Ned
great.
quite a bit.
He was a nerd.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
fits with Peter because they're both nerds. I thought he was going to be that best friend that's just too excited to find out that Peter's Spider-Man. Oh, I'm going to tell everybody. I'm like,
He
no,
did. He's a moron.
no, he didn't. He didn't
He
do.
was like,
Didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't tell everybody.
he didn't tell everybody, but he was like, "Hey, Peter knows Spider-Man."
Okay, that was probably the most he did. I'm like, I'll let that pass because he's just very excited, but he didn't let it get too much to his head. He still respected his secret for the most part.
Yeah, I'm kind of kidding. He was fine.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, we didn't see Harry Osborn in this movie. Thank God. I'm kind of tired out with Harry Osborn right now.
I was fine with James Franco's Harry Osborn. He had a good arc and good development, but oh my gosh, Dane DeHaan. Oh, he was terrible.
So this is where we're
Absolutely
going to divert
awful.
paths. I didn't mind Dane DeHaan as Harry Osborn.
He was fucking terrible. It was one of the worst acting jobs I have seen in a comic book movie.
I guess you haven't seen Valerian, but
I saw Valerian.
Yeah, we watched Valerian.
Yeah, but anyway, just for me, I didn't hate him as Harry Osborn. When he got to Herpes Goblin, yeah, that's when he just started to become horrible. But yeah, Harry, I just didn't mind it. But I guess agree to disagree. But yeah, I'm just glad that we just got away from the main three people that he's with. We actually got new people. We didn't go back to Harry or Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy. They just decided to do new characters and be a little bit more diverse, which I appreciated. That's another thing. This movie is very diverse. I like it a lot, and it fits the culture of Queens, New York, because there's a lot of diversity in Queens. So they got that down really well. Even Flash is not like the typical 6-foot blonde white boy. He's what ethnicity was he?
Indian. I did not like Flash in this movie.
No.
He was stupid. He wasn't even I don't know what the word is. Intimidating. At all. Yeah. And
no, he was just
he was
dumb.
lame. His insults
Yeah.
weren't even insults. I was like,
lame.
oh, is that supposed to be
Well, no,
like
they're high school kids. What we
oh
think
wow,
is
good one,
intimidating.
Flash. That was so stupid.
Remember, they're like sophomores.
Yeah.
Okay, but
They're
I'm
sophomores,
saying
but
like
we would think, well, we're 20.
I'm saying
something.
Deathstroke Flash was way better.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to just have the typical
Football
imposing
jock guy.
football jock bully. They want to go with the more casual, like, it's dude bro, talk behind your back, cyberbully type person. So it's
Because
like,
let's be real, the football jock thing is now a cliche now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
So
I just felt like they could have done more with it because it just came off as lame.
yeah, I'll admit Joe Manganiello was a better Flash, but I'll be real with you. I don't give a crap about Flash. I never liked Flash in the comic books or the TV shows, even the movies, even though I think Joe was good, but just, I don't like Flash. I don't care. He's just a bully. Even the Spectacular Spider-Man, which I think is the best animated Spider-Man show, I didn't care for him in there either. But, so if you're going to change Flash, I don't care. Change him. I don't give a crap. But, yeah. And then we have Michelle, played by Zendaya. She was weird, but at the same time, I kind of was interested in her.
I was intrigued.
Yeah.
I wanted to know more about her.
She was
Yeah.
kind of annoying.
You're annoying.
Yeah, she did have just like her insults out of nowhere, just throwing shade at Peter and Ned. I'm just like,
I love
okay.
her. I mean, I love Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya I like a lot.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you haven't seen The Greatest Showman, just by the way, go see it.
Yeah, go see Greatest Showman.
She's better than that. She was really good in that.
Yes. But yeah, I thought she was good. We'll talk about the
historically inaccurate. What?
Yeah, we'll talk about the MJ thing later. But this is if you're watching this, it's a spoiler discussion.
Yeah, how is it MJ? I didn't understand. Like her name's Michelle. Like what's the J?
Probably the last name
Probably her middle name, guys.
or middle name. Maybe. I mean, it could be either one. So I guess we'll talk about it now since we're into it. Is that supposed to be the new Mary Jane of this universe?
Nope, that's it. Nope. Michelle Jones. That's what MJ is.
Oh, so they want to do a little curveball
Oh,
there.
so
Hey, see, it's MJ.
That's dumb.
The
Why
character
would they
is
do
not
that
an
to me?
adaptation of Mary Jane, but was given the name MJ to remind you of that dynamic.
How could we forget?
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst was
Kristen Dunst
great.
was just an amazing interpretation of Mary Jane. It just, I bought their relationship from start to
Yeah.
finish. Oh no, I hate Kristen
totally
Dunst. I
kidding.
hate Kristen Dunst, Mary Jane. No, I don't like her. No, bland,
And then she was
whiny.
supposed to be in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. Then
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool. I wanted to see her interpretation of MJ. But yeah, anything's better than Kristen Dunst. Kirsten, I don't care. The girl from the Bring It On movies, like, come on.
She was also Marie Antoinette. Not that you've seen it, but
No. Actually, she was alright when in Hidden Figures. Yeah,
she's
so,
fine.
yeah. How would you guys feel if they did make Zendaya Mary Jane?
That'd be fine.
Well, they
with
pretty
me.
much already did. I mean, you mean like
Mary
they're
Jane
together?
Watson, like red hair, like made her
I
the
don't
Mary
think that's
Jane.
gonna happen.
If I'm just saying, if
Well,
they did,
would
how would
never, They would never call her Mary Jane.
you? No, I'm saying hypothetically, if they did make her officially Mary Jane, how would you guys feel?
Okay.
She's kind of a bitch, and I don't fully see them being together. So I don't know.
Well, we haven't really gotten much of her either.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
Yeah, I'm kind of just I'm played out for Mary Jane. You know who I want? Screw Mary Jane. Screw Gwen Stacy. I want Black Cat. God damn it.
Yeah, Black Cat.
I don't want that now because.
Oh yeah, because he's 15.
No, because he's supposed to be.
Yeah, we
well,
gotta
no,
wait a
well,
minute.
He's 15, but then in Infinity War he's gonna be pretty much a senior. I
Get
want that for
pussy.
adults.
Oh come on, that was too easy.
Okay, say that again, Doc. Oh, hold on. Okay, say that again.
Well, no, because I want her later. Because this is still young Peter. Because in Infinity War, he's just about to be a senior. Because they
Damn,
said,
already?
they said Infinity War takes place 2 years
Wow.
post Civil War.
Okay.
Whenever he's like 15 in Civil War,
Mm-hmm.
so he's going to be senior. I'd rather wait until they try a love interest. But if they did marry Jane, I wouldn't froth at the mouth because that is the most iconic. But if they do something else, I'm like, oh hey, okay, because Peter's had a lot of love interests.
That is
Like
definitely.
he keeps saying he's a nerd, but my God, he's gotten a lot of girls.
He's gotten a lot of women. Yeah, that was just a girl I've just been waiting to see in the Spider-Man movies. I just want Black Cat. We can wait till he gets older because it'll be better that way. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. But speaking of love interest, we have what's her name?
Liz Allen.
Liz Allen. I don't care for Liz Allen in the comic books, and she was okay in this one, but
She's just a basic teenage girl love interest.
Basic
She's
teenage
not
girl.
special.
Yeah.
The only good thing about her is that they used her for a good plot twist.
yeah, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. She was just no. She was better than Kristen Dunst, but but yeah, just being the love interest of the week for me. So yeah, let's just get to the villain, Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
Great.
Yes, another great villain.
One of the best villains of the franchise.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now there was some speculation. It's like, will he play Vulture? Will he not play Vulture? It'll be too redundant because he was Batman in the '80s. But no.
And then he was Birdman.
Oh yeah, he was.
Now he's a
Literally,
actual guy
who
in a bird suit.
I care. Birdman's fantastic.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Birdman quite a bit.
Okay, guys.
We told
Yeah,
you.
the minority group.
You have been overruled. Anyway, so yeah, I thought it was great. He is one of the best villains in the MCU for sure. They did a really nice backstory with him being the cleaning crew of the destruction of
Oh,
New York.
there's a thing I gotta talk about.
Okay.
Now, given that I do like this movie,
Yeah.
there's one thing that drives me up the wall with this movie.
Okay.
Where does it take? When does this take place?
Okay.
Now, because it said, because we had the first scene, which is a flashback to literally right after the Avengers, the final battle in Avengers.
Okay.
But then it goes 8 years
Mm-hmm.
from that. 2012 plus 8. What is that?
2020.
2020.
But what happened between Infinity War? It literally, this movie makes a plot hole. And then it gets weird with the Guardians of the Galaxy, because then that says, oh, those literally taking place back to back. Literally, no break. Literally, like 2 months after Guardians 1 is Guardians 2. It's just, this movie causes a time hole.
Does the Avengers take place in 2012? I know the movie was released in 2012, but sometimes...
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
it?
they call it literally, it's the Battle of New York. in
2012.
So it causes just a big where's the timeline? But luckily, Kevin Feige, he's going to release a concurrent timeline of what happens in the MCU, because it's just
Yeah, good, because we'll need that. Because good thing you brought that up, because I forgot. Yeah, the timeline in this movie is kind of messed up.
As messed up as X-Men.
Oh
that's
gosh.
another thing.
God, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
Oh yeah, for
man.
sure. Yeah. So yeah, when eventually they'll release that timeline stuff, that'll be very useful. We'll just pretend that Iron Man 3 didn't exist though.
Yes, please.
But yeah, so Vulture is part of the cleanup crew from the destruction of New York, and New York. Anyway, and apparently Stark Industries and Shield, I think mainly Stark Industries.
Damage control. We brought damage control.
They did bring damage control, so I'm glad they acknowledged that here. Better job they did in Civil War. But yeah, so Stark Industries is taking their jobs, and of course they're not happy about that. And so they take the wreckage from the aliens and create technology for themselves to become raiders and criminals and stuff like that. I thought that was an interesting way to tie things in, to create Vulture's suit, because let me tell you something, Vulture's suit in the comic books,
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
oh my gosh.
His suit in this movie was bomb.
Oh, it
It
was
was
amazing.
sweet.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I liked his backstory, and he, I actually felt for him. You could tell what his motives were and like his motivations. Why he felt the way that he did.
Mm-hmm. See, this is how you make great villains. Marvel, you just do little details like this.
Yeah, it's not massively complex.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be massively complex, but just at least give them, a motivation. That's enough. A cohesive motivation. The Shocker and the Tinkerer also.
Who's the Tinkerer?
that was his guy. That was the guy in New
fat
York.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fat white guy. That's tinkering
Which fat
with stuff,
white guy?
with inventions.
I don't even remember him.
Oh,
Yeah, the one that created that stupid bomb, or not the bomb, the what was it? The altitude something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That Vulture didn't want to use, but then he ended up using because they were going to be ruined because Peter kind of fucked up their.
Fucked up the
Shipment.
plans in the shipments, yeah.
Oh,
Here's the guy who made all their stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much the guy that helped create their stuff.
okay.
But yeah, so they make a cool appearance. I thought that was a nice touch. I didn't think they were going to utilize the Shocker in a way that I'll take it seriously.
I didn't like the Shocker.
Yeah, the Shocker was lame, but at least he wasn't wearing the stupid, ridiculous foam suit.
You know what? They could modernize it to make it look cool.
Well, they sort of did modernize it. He had he had the color scheme, but he wasn't wearing the full garb.
Yeah.
Like,
That's all I needed.
plus the literally the second guy actually was wearing pretty much the other guy's sleeve.
Oh yeah, they made the black guy the Shocker. But yeah, so I thought that was a nice little touch. I never really cared for the Shocker anyway, so I'm glad at least I'm not looking at him being like, "Oh, you look ridiculous." But yeah, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, Tony Stark. I see what they were trying to do, have him be the mentor of Spider-Man since he is Spider-Man's idol, but it didn't fully come around for me. It's mainly because the previous films didn't make me feel like he earned the right to be a mentor to Spider-Man. Mainly because of Iron Man 3, because he's trying to tell Peter this the responsibility of him being as important outside of the suit as he is as he is wearing the suit, but they didn't utilize that properly in Iron Man 3. So when he's telling Peter this stuff, you don't feel like he earned telling him that, or like he's justified in telling Peter that.
Like it's kind of a hypocrite.
He gets kind of a hypocrite. This is why I'm saying Iron Man 3 just messed up the development so bad. So when we get to stuff like this, it doesn't feel consistent or coherent. Also, overall, his presence, I felt, overshadowed the movie in a couple of scenes. It didn't for the entire film, but I just felt like Tony did, like, take the spotlight a little bit. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, which I'm glad. But yeah, he didn't need to be in the movie. I'm glad Happy was in the movie. He had some stuff to do there.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while, so it
Yeah.
was good that we got to see him. He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, I like the whole when Peter's recording everything, be like, "Hey, oh my God, I'm helping the Avengers and Iron Man. Oh my God, I got a new suit. Yeah," I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was nice to see, like, leading up to him, you know, being in the airport battle.
Mhm.
So that we got, like, backstory on that. And I feel like we needed Tony in there because otherwise it's going to be like, hey, how is he involved with Peter, since Tony was the one that brought Peter into this. Yeah, I didn't feel like he overshadowed. I was fine with Tony in the movie, other than, you know, some kind of hypocrisy. Although I did feel like I was able to buy it more than I would have, because you know, of Tony, you know, trying to be more serious and responsible in Civil War, minus him going total berserk over his mom.
Mm-hmm.
So I was fine with it. He didn't take up the spotlight for me.
Another reason why I say that is because he's obviously holding Spider-Man back from doing the stuff that he could. And it's really frustrating because he's treating his stuff with Vulture like it's like not important. And I'm sure he has bigger things to do with the Avengers, or lack thereof, at this point. But like, if you're trying to take this kid seriously, then take him seriously. Like, when he calls for an emergency, you should answer, at least listen, because I don't think there was one time where Peter called in and it was a false alarm, or it's not as serious.
And Peter's not stupid.
He's not stupid.
They're treating him like he's 3 years old. No, he's like 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Or 16?
He's 15.
Sophomore.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I thought he was 16, 17. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's 15 years old. He's not dumb. He's one of the smartest kids in his class.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think he would call for no reason. He knows the important, you know, he knows how important it is that he doesn't, you know, worry Tony or bother Tony or whatever. But, like, Tony's not giving him any freedom with that, with his suit,
Mm-hmm.
or in letting him do things.
Yeah.
And it's really stupid because Peter just wants to help. That's all he wants to do is help. It's not like he wants to go after a crazy criminal guy, per se, but, like, he wants to help because these people are, like, creating horrible weapons, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to meet in the middle on this one because, yeah, they shouldn't treat him like he's stupid, and they should actually listen to what he's saying, because they do blow him off, and that is frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, however, he is, you know, just a kid, and, you know, not wanting him to go, you know, and take on imminent, you know, danger, like, on his own is understandable. So I get where he's coming from, but yeah, they do treat him a little lesser than they should.
Yeah, it's like, if you're going to recruit him from the beginning, why give him the suit and stuff? You know, if you really want to put your trust in Peter, then do it. You know, because it just feels like he's regretting his decision, which he shouldn't. It was just like, he even says like, people thought I was crazy for recruiting a 15-year-old child, and it's like, if something happens to you, then it's bad on me. Yeah, it is bad on you. You should have known the repercussions of that. So it's like, but you should know he's not a stupid kid. He's really smart. I think you would know that if you didn't recruit him, you know? But yeah, that's just my thing about it. Also, there was well, actually, I'll talk about that later. The old suit, I thought looked cool. Before he gets the advanced suit from Tony, I really liked that. It was cool. And I like that he ended up wearing it towards the end battle. I thought that was a nice little touch there. Because Tony takes the suit away, and so he has to learn the true meaning of responsibility, even though... What?
Yeah, something I really liked about this movie, that I liked how it just kept going from Civil War. It didn't give us the origin story because
Oh yeah,
everybody and their grandparents know the story of Spider-Man.
yeah.
We don't need to know his story.
You don't need to
We
see
don't
Uncle
need
Ben
to-
die
we
for
don't
the
need to see
fifth
the
time.
story. We don't need to see Uncle Ben die. We don't need to see those words. That quote. We all know it, and they're going ahead.
I've already seen it twice.
Yeah, we all seen it so many times. And whatnot. And
Twice on screen.
yes, and I liked how they also, at the end, near the climax of the movie, actually shows one of Spidey's biggest moments. Because in the comic books, there's a point where he's pretty like how Peter is
Trapped in the rubble. Yeah.
And then that's pretty much in the comic books. There's a moment where he's like, I can't, like, he's stuck. He's like, I can't do it. But he's like, no, you can do it. Go out. And it's a powerful moment. And I'm glad they kept that moment.
Yeah, I like that.
That's one that is one of his defining moments.
Yeah, that overall, when he triumphs out the rubble, that was really good. And his overall fight scene at the end with Vulture with the airplane, that was really cool. I also like the features that he had in the suit with what was the name of Karen. That was really funny when he's like playing with the suit and seeing all the different features that it has on there, and then he accidentally activates kill mode on this. I'm like, oh, that's funny. I hope he uses it in Infinity War. I would love to see that. But yeah, that was cool. And also, he has the option of changing his voice and stuff like that. And when he meets Donald Glover, a.k.a. Prowler!
What?
Yeah, Donald Glover.
So, pretty much, Evan.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yes.
So, pretty much, Aaron Davis, remember, black guy, Peter was negotiating? Very important character in Spider-Man universe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Remember how he said he has a nephew?
Mm-hmm.
His nephew is Miles Morales, aka one of the Spider-Men, one of the Black Spider-Men, and he so good. And when he said that, I was on a date. And literally, I scrolled with my date's hand. She was like, "What? I was like, "That means he's in the MCU. That means he's here."
One day we will probably see him.
One day
in
we
the
don't have to see
MCU.
him now. We don't have to see him now, but he's here, and that's just makes me happy.
Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
I'm so excited for that. Oh, I'm happy for that.
What, Crimson? What?
That's what I'm gonna say? You got jokes?
God, I feel like I'm gonna get attacked or something.
No, just jokes are with you.
I was messing with you.
Oh my God! Should I move? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, it looks fine.
What?
What?
It looks fine.
Looks fine?
Yeah.
Looks fine?
It's just fine.
You look fine.
Yay. Yeah.
And me in my Marvel shirt and my jeans and my mismatched socks.
If only people can see it.
The Marvel shirt.
Yeah, nobody can see it.
I love this shirt.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It has the old style, the old
classic
comic
age.
book style on it.
Yeah.
What's that? Silver
Biggest.
Age? Silver Age or Golden Age?
I think it was gold. No. Look at
Looks
look
Silver
at
Age.
Thor. Yeah, I think
I
it's
think
Silver Age.
I get them confused sometimes. 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, what keeps this from being the best Spider-Man movie to be, the movie needed a little bit more grit and intensity.
Yes.
And,
It was too jokey.
yeah.
I agree. I agree with that.
Because, like, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man, yeah, it was colorful, it was fun, but at the same time, it got intense. And it's, like, serious. Yes.
That graveyard scene. That was like... That was like jarring as a kid.
Yeah,
I
just
was like, damn, that's fucking
him freaking
intense.
getting beat up in the abandoned house
shit.
and a freaking bomb blowing up in his face. Like, Sam Raimi was...
Family picture.
Family picture. But yeah, Sam Raimi just found a unique style to give the sense of fun and intensity at the same time. But this one I felt was a little bit more safe. And I just needed a little bit more intensity, especially Vulture, because he had some scary moments in this movie.
Which I can see why they didn't, what they sort of wanted to play safe. I mean, this is first Spider-Man in a while, so they don't want to alienate people. But I feel like after this, they will try something different. Which actually, according to, I think it's been confirmed what his sequel is. They are trying something different.
Really?
They're pretty much getting him out of New York in his sequel. I think he's going to be in Europe.
What? Okay then. Well, we'll see. That's different. All right. My other thing about it, I know we just talked about we don't need to see Uncle Ben's death numerous times, and we still don't. But I just felt like you felt Uncle Ben's absence. To me, I felt like you needed to feel his presence to an extent. Especially when it came to when he's trying to get out of the rubble. There could have been like a quick flash of just seeing Uncle Ben or doing a quote of the responsibility or something like that. I just felt like his presence was not there, and I felt it, and I just needed a little bit.
I have to disagree with you.
Yeah, I know.
It was so refreshing not having Uncle Ben. It was nice. Because I'm all Uncle Ben'd out. Don't think I can handle seeing another Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I was fine with him not being in it.
I mean, it's kind of mean to say, but it was nice not having him there. He can just go away.
What Crimson is trying to say is she's glad he died.
Pretty much. I'm glad he died before the movie.
Okay, I get what you mean. I'm just in the minority of it. Maybe because I'm just used to Uncle Ben being such a prominent role in the other films.
And you know what? I feel like that's not a strange thing, though. A lot of people felt that way. A lot of people didn't like Spider-Man Homecoming. I say a lot, but I mean a few people I talked to didn't like Spider-Man Homecoming because Uncle Ben wasn't in it. It didn't feel like a Spider-Man movie. Okay, but Uncle Ben does not make the Spider-Man,
he doesn't.
universe.
Right.
He doesn't, just because he died, doesn't mean he has to die in, every single fucking Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that again. So
don't think I could handle it.
No. I'm just like, no.
I honestly might have walked out of the theater if we saw another Uncle Ben death. And I'm not kidding. I might have. It's so overdone now. Spider-Man,
Overkill?
It's
Overkill.
He's not dead enough, apparently, because he keeps showing up.
How do you feel about Bruce Wayne's parents dying every time?
The same way.
Because this happens at almost every movie.
Every time. I feel the same way.
Every time. I'm glad BVS just did it in the beginning and just like the opening title sequence. So, but yeah.
It's a little different with Batman, though, because his parents dying literally created him.
Yeah.
So, you kind of, if you're
Wait,
going to
doesn't
do
it
an
do the
origin...
same thing with Ben?
No, not really. I mean, I guess finding Uncle Ben's killer kind of created the Spider-Man, but wasn't he already turning into the Spider-Man?
I mean, he already got bitten
beforehand?
by the spider, so.
Yeah, and he was I don't know.
He's
Okay.
already experimenting with his powers.
Yeah, so... But with Batman, I mean, the emotional trauma of losing his parents, made his personality do a 180. And that's why he became the Batman, eventually.
Okay.
So...
Alright, well, I think we covered everything.
Oh, good.
I guess the last thing we talk about are the post-credit scenes. The first post-credit scene was...
Scorpion!
Scorpion!
Scorpion comes
So, spoilers, Vulture didn't die, he gets locked up. And,
good.
yeah. And he meets up with one of the villains, Scorpion.
Matt Gordon.
Yes. And then he talks to Vulture in prison and is like, hey, word on the street is you know who Spider-Man is. Hey, we know some people that'll take him down if you know. And then Vulture's like, well, if I knew him, he'd be dead already. Oh, we didn't even talk about the twist. The twist. We find out that what's the girl's name?
Liz.
Liz is the daughter of Vulture.
Wow.
Yes, and when
shocker there.
Peter asks her out to homecoming. No, yeah,
Homecoming.
because it's homecoming,
15,
obviously.
sophomore.
So he asks her to homecoming, and he's picking her up from her house, and look who answers the door. It's Walter. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, but I called it.
Yeah, you're the only person that called it. I don't know how you called it, because everyone else I knew was
You
like,
should
oh my
not be
god,
surprised
I didn't see
at
that
this
coming.
point.
But yeah.
You should not be
I
surprised
remember
at this
hearing
point.
people gasp. in
Yeah,
the
but I was
theater.
like, oh. Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, that was, wow.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Plus that car scene.
Oh yeah, when
That
he's throwing him in the
car-
car. Oh Jesus, that's like vintage
I'll
fucking Keaton.
kill you and everyone you love if you don't leave my daughter alone.
Or leave me alone with my schemes and stuff like that. Don't mess with me. Ooh, send chills. Dude, Michael Keaton is just, he's such a good
He's still
actor.
got it.
He's so good.
Oh my god, he's just so cerebral. Oh man. Beetlejuice, you come so far. And then the second post-credit scene was
The troll. Oh, Lord.
Captain. Okay, so in the movie they had these announcements, these special announcements from high
It
school.
was a gym, pretty much like a recording that Steve Rogers had to do. It was a gym like, hey kids, you know, being a superhero is always fun, but when I'm in school, I always try to pay attention. It was one of those, and pretty much the end was a joke of Captain America says, you know, people have to wait for patience. Sometimes, was it really worth it? And that was the joke, that there was no end credit scene.
Yeah, that was just. Are you serious? Like you're just freaking making fun of us now. This is what I'm saying. Unnecessary post-credit scenes at the end, making us wait for no reason. I just don't like it. And if you're gonna do it in the mid-credit scene. Oh, did we even talk about Aunt May finds out Peter's secret at the very end?
They've seen the movie.
Yeah, they've seen the movie. You know what we're talking about.
Movie.
Literally, right before the credits start, she sees him getting undressed from the suit, and she's like, "Oh fuck!" And then it cuts the credits. I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" So Aunt May knows Peter Parker's secret now. So how is this going to impact Infinity War or the Spider-Man movies going forward?
She's gonna try and stop him from doing things, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that leaves me interested to see what they'll do with that. Yeah. But pretty much, I think that's all we got to say about Spider-Man: Homecoming. I really enjoyed it. It was a very good movie. Second favorite Spider-Man film. I'm glad he's in the MCU. Yeah, just overall very, very good. Welcome back, Spidey. You're good again. Overall, I'm gonna give Spider-Man: Homecoming an A-. I really, really like this movie. Dr. Dick.
Well, I didn't like this movie very much.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
I did not.
You did not like it at all? No. You saw nothing but pain and darkness.
Yeah, pain, darkness. It honestly, I think it was worse than Thor: The Dark World.
Oh goodness, that's saying something.
Yeah, I can't keep going no longer. This was just a hoot and a holler. I haven't said that in a long time.
Hoot and holler.
It gets a solid A from me.
Yay! Crimson Amazon.
He gets an A-.
Oh Jesus! Jesus Christ! That's like, dang.
No foreplay. Wow.
No foreplay. You're just gonna stick it in.
Gone.
It gets an A-. It was Tom Holland's perfect. I mean, it's literally perfect. I liked Ned.
Yeah.
I thought he was funny. I thought the relationship between Peter and Ned was cute. Vulture is a really freaking good villain.
Yes.
The only complaint I have is that I wish there was a little more. I wanted more because he's so good. I wanted more. Yeah, I mean, I just give it an A-. It was really good. It's very well done.
Captain Eagle.
Probably give it a B+. I really liked it. I don't know. I guess it did feel, a bit lacking in some places, like with pacing, and I don't know. Some of the supporting characters were just eh. But yeah, the villain was great, and yeah, Spider-Man was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Awesome.